Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to the pod. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing great, doing great.
Good, good.
Awesome, awesome. All right. So, we got a special guest for you tonight. Can't see him on the screen yet, but you guys will recognize him when you can. So, let's go ahead and get through this open and then get right to it because there is a lot of content. Are you at a hard stop, Roy? Or, okay,
Yeah, but we'll figure it out.
we'll figure it out. All right. Awesome. Well, welcome back to the QuadR Wrestling Report. We strive to keep our fingers on the pulse of you, wrestling community. I'm your host, Ralph, alongside my brother, Roy. We're excited to talk all things wrestling. Ralph can be found at X at Ralph D. Nyberg, and Roy can be found at X at Roy_Nyberg. We stream live on X and YouTube. YouTube channel is at QuadR Podcast. Our email is quadrarpodcast@gmail.com. Our podcast can be found on Spotify, Amazon, and finally Apple Podcasts at QuadR Podcast. Don't find us first try, keep going. You will eventually. We can also be found on Instagram and TikTok to a lesser extent. Thanks for jumping in. Chat is always welcome. I feel like maybe we should have a disclaimer. We like to have a lot of fun here on the QuadR Podcast, and we're sort of the we're to wrestling what the Daily Show is to news. Make sure that you understand we're out here having fun. We love wrestling, and please don't be offended. All right, that is awesome. Let me go ahead and get the deck going. Roy, you got anything special to say? Work's good, life's good.
Work is good, life is good. I've been getting into dancing again. So I will be in a show
All
October
right, man.
25th. Yeah.
That's cool. That's exciting. So no more jits going and back on the dance floor. You can still lift and stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm still lifting and stuff like that. I'm not I've rethought retiring forever from jujitsu and I'm
After a week. All right, that makes sense.
yeah.
Well, hey, let's go ahead and bring in our guest. So let's go ahead and transition here. So, special guest tonight, we have Cornell Kevin. Kevin, why don't you go ahead and, well, I don't know if you even need introduction. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, happy to be on here. I appreciate it, guys. I'm a big Cornell fan. Follow Cornell. Try and give my best insight I can on Cornell, and I'm on BEG Wrestling, and you guys were nice enough to have me on, so I'm just looking forward to talking some wrestling and hanging out.
All right. Yeah, well, I mean, you always have some great insights, very learned, very knowledgeable, and so it's going to be a special treat for Roy and I because, like, most of the time we don't know what we're talking about. So now you can tell us we don't know what we're
No.
talking about, and then we can learn from the experience for sure.
Mm.
So, oh, Madness wants to know what your favorite team is.
Team? Yeah, there's no secret there, right?
Yeah, we're good. Okay, that's
I'm
good.
I'm repping my OPRF today too.
I'm repping the QuadR podcast. So,
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, for sure. All right, excellent, excellent, excellent. Like we said, we got a big show, so let's go ahead and get to it. We always start with the quote of the week. This quote is from one of the, well, probably the greatest wrestler, if not the greatest, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, certainly in terms of accomplishments. 7 world golds and 3 Olympic golds. So it's hard to argue that, like, that
Yeah.
is not one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, but Alexander Medvedev. And yeah, in order to become a wrestler, one should have the strength of a weightlifter, the agility of an acrobat, the endurance of a runner, and the tactical mind of a chess master. And the first thing I thought of was like, man, that's kind of like those old like video games where you had like a like a football player and he had like
Yeah.
speed and agility, and so that's where I made that little graphic from. Like, so if they ever make a video game for wrestling, like those would be the categories. That's the kind of the first thing I thought of. But before I talk about the second thing I thought of, I'll kick it over to Roy. What do you think of the quote?
I like it. He forgot to add in that you also need the diet of a horse jockey.
Yeah, that's
And
great.
the ability, like a camel, to live without water
Yeah.
for days at a time.
Right. Yeah, that
So
is.
you need even more. That's not enough, you know.
That is interesting that like he did not mention discipline,
Mm.
you know, which is
Yeah.
a huge part, I think, of a lot of the pursuits inside of wrestling, without a doubt. So what about you, Kevin?
Yeah, I sometimes say that I used all my discipline up in wrestling, and that's why I have none anymore. That's just the excuse I use.
Yeah.
I used it all up. That's why I eat whatever I want now. But no, it's so true. I mean, wrestling doesn't get enough credit for how many different avenues you have to be great at different, things. It's just it's such a tough sport, and so I got a 3-year-old. I'm trying to get him just to do all sorts of different sports,
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
gymnastics is one of them, and stuff like that, just to get his. And if he wants to not do wrestling, that's fine. It's up to him, of course. But
No, it's
you really
not.
got to be good at several different things. I know. I say that. I say that in case my wife's watching. But
Yeah, totally understood. Oh, yeah. So another thing I thought of is like, and it's maybe not totally fair, but like, you know, you have like people who seem like they're can't miss, who like, you know, kind of fall off or something. You know, not every like number one prospect coming
Oh
out
yeah.
of high school. So like, how many of these characteristics do you need to be elite in to win a 8th grade championship?
Right.
Maybe like one, right?
Yeah.
Like you're just stronger than everybody else, and so you win,
Yeah.
right? And then you
Right.
get to like high school, and if we're talking about like, if you're talking about, you know, PA or Illinois or something, you know, maybe 2.5, you know, but some states maybe only like 2, right? And
Right.
then so it is interesting that like, is this like you can get pretty far being really really strong, especially when you're young, right? You can get pretty far like tactically as well. You know, I think in high school, like there's a lot of like, you can set your opponent up, right? High schoolers are much likely to take the bait, you know, than a college guy is. So it's like, yeah. Anyway, so it's interesting. I think it's a good quote. I think it is, to Roy's point, it is interesting that, you know, so many people talk about the value of discipline, right? You know, and like, and he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
That's
I'm
true.
stronger than you, and if I'm more agile than you,
Right.
and if I can go longer than you, and I'm more tactical than you, all your discipline in the world is not going to help
Right.
you win this match. I'll be in the corner eating a pizza. Right?
It's for college wrestling. You definitely need that discipline, though, right? Attending classes and doing all that. We've
Mm-hmm.
definitely seen some kids that took a nosedive, and once they hit college because of the classes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, classes, beer,
Yeah.
girls.
A lot of
There's a
temptations.
lot of contributing factors. People taking a dive in college, wrestler or not, I guess I would say.
Absolutely.
All right, cool. Yeah, good quote. All right, so this is kind of brief news. Lots of things to talk about, like too many things to talk about, so we've kind of had to pare things down a little bit. I guess the first thing here is no Bassett.
Yeah.
So the QuadR podcast is no longer going to cover any Bassett commitments. Okay, we going forward, we are only going to cover Bassett decommits.
Hmm.
So there's more fertile humor in a Bassett decommit than there is in a Bassett. So this is becoming a Bassett free zone until they decide that they want to go to NC State or
Yeah.
Oregon State or whatever it may be. But yeah, I don't think we're actually gonna get the claw tonight. We're gonna National Duel's gonna be a big one tonight. Obviously, Raf's got some updates with matches, so that'll be good. Talk a little bit about the All Star Classic, maybe probably push that out and who's number one. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. But there is a lot to talk about, and so that's exciting. All right. Oh, a couple things, updates on the podcast. So we did finally get on Apple Podcasts last week.
Nice.
Literally,
That wasn't easy
it was
for
not
people
easy.
who want to know.
It was a battle. And so we have successfully done that. And then immediately, my friend Carlos here, I don't really know him yet, but he said, it says, our podcast has good performance. I saw that like 3 people had listened in the Apple rankings in the last 30 days. We are position 84 in the category of wrestling.
Mm.
Now, how many wrestling podcasts can you name? So we're gonna shoot up this chart because if nothing else, we're consistent.
Well, does that wrestling include like
Professional wrestling, maybe?
WWE and stuff, AEW and stuff?
Yeah,
It's gonna be tough.
yeah.
I bet there's a lot of Arn
That could
Anderson
be.
podcast. You know.
Yeah, there's some hardcore out there for sure in those categories. So, but like I say, we are going to move up.
Yeah,
I'm confident that
we're less than 30 days old.
Right. Also, auto dubbing is coming. So YouTube just kind of sent me a message. I don't have to do anything. So if you want to listen to the podcast in Greek or Farsi or Mandarin, yeah, it's all coming. So we're looking forward to the auto dub action. It's a good thing to test. I guess like well, you have a Chinese speaker in your house, right, Royce? So kind of like find out.
My in-laws, they can't listen to it in English, so I'm gonna send it right away.
Oh, right, yeah. For sure. Excellent.
Good feature though. I mean, we're such a small portion of the world, you know, why not expand?
Well, in wrestling, you know, that's the cool thing about that was the crazy thing about like when they said they're going to cancel wrestling as an Olympic sport because you've got winners from People's Republic of Korea and China and Japan and Cuba and Russia, obviously, Ukraine, France, Iran.
Yeah.
How can I forget Iran? Like, so, I mean, it is a very international sport, right? And like,
absolutely.
So it'd be kind of cool if you could like listen to an Iranian podcast dubbed. It might even be cool and funny.
Yeah.
There's a definite chance that we're gonna double up on the fun on a dubbed podcast for sure. All right, awesome. So that is exciting. As Kevin can attest, we don't bite. If you do want to jump on, I even have like the ability to do like a blurring filter. So that's one of my goals is to get one of these wrestling trolls on.
Oh yeah.
And just have their face blurred, you know. So
yeah,
if
that's so funny.
If you're a wrestling troll out there, I will be able to protect your identity. You'll have to handle the voice manipulation software. I looked into it. I could do it, but it'd be easier to do it on your end. Fine. So, but
just do the old T-shirt over the mouth thing.
Yeah.
We had
a mask, you know.
We had a guy that he called in on BG and all you could see was his hat and he was being a jerk, you know, and all you could see was his hat.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew once I saw that, I'm like, this is going to be trouble. He doesn't even want to show his face.
Yeah, I'm welcoming it, man. I got
a
nice little blur filter. I can always mute you.
That's true.
It's there. All right, so reach out on X, QuadR Podcast, Gmail, sound check, video check, 8 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays. Get rolling at 8:30. Awesome. So I originally made this slide. Card is set because they said it was set.
Right.
And then I crossed out card is set. And then they gave me the next matchup. But then they just announced on Twitter a few hours ago that there's more RAF news coming. So I don't know how set the card is. I kind of felt like 8 was a good number.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're going up to 9 and maybe 10. We got big news coming. I don't know. Like, I mean, and they could always like let go of a match too.
Yeah.
But live on Fox Nation, obviously. I'm still planning on making my way out there. Get your madness picks in. So the new match is Yatsenko and Megaludis. Obviously, Megaludis has strong ties to State College, right? So logical and choice that perspective. And then I don't know a ton about Yatsenko. I mean, I looked him up. He's had some international success. I don't think he's did he get a bronze at one of the worlds? I know that he's won some ranking series events and like a couple years ago. So he's I think the last 2023 might have been the last um
Last time he did
the
anything?
last time that I saw like a
Well,
result.
when's the last time Nico Megaludis did anything?
Yeah, well, no, he was like
I-
Miko, he retired like last year. He was like, wasn't he? He was still trying to make some world teams while he was
Yeah.
also being
He
a
was?
financial advisor. Yeah, so not last, maybe the year before last, but he was still competing because he was like, you remember when Spencer Lee came back? That was like him and
Yep.
him and Nico were having like matches, like at Bill Farrell at the Farrell or something. Like I think Nico and Spencer went at it. Nico looked all right. I mean, so he hasn't been out of it that long. I mean, obviously, at being at State College, the logical
Great.
add from that perspective. Do I think he's in the long run?
He's a gatekeeper.
Yeah. Samantha said a year or two inactive, right? Last time he was wrestling Spencer right when Spencer started coming back, right? And so yeah, he could be a gatekeeper, right? But like, I mean, if he comes in with the right fitness and stuff like that, and like be a fun wrestler. So yeah.
Yeah, the other, what's this? Yeah, Senko, 2017 was the last time he medaled at Worlds. He got a bronze. You're right, bronze. So
yeah,
I think it's a good matchup. I mean, as far as like both the guys are about that same equal distance away from their prime, maybe.
mm-hmm. Yeah, and yeah, little guys. I like little guys can be scrappy.
Yeah.
Here's hoping they go for it. Look, Mom, 5-pointer. Yeah, and then the other card has stayed solid. Obviously, I thought it was interesting. We didn't mention last week that the Henshaw Henshaw versus Junk match is open weight. It's so serious that they're not even gonna make him weigh in.
It's
like,
crazy.
It's like I'll meet you on the blacktop, like after
Yeah, no
school
kidding.
fight, It's got all the weight of like two 13-year-olds staring at each other for like 5 minutes until
they'll just bring a flag
the teacher
out.
comes out there and breaks it up. So I mean, like I think those guys, are who knows? I mean, like I think they're both very good at content. They're both very good creators, and I think that Raph could use people on the ground like that, and hopefully that's sort of like what the thought process is with that. But yeah, anyway, I just thought it was interesting that, like, yeah, guys, we're not even gonna weigh in.
Don't even bother.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll you out there and like have a scrap. So yeah, that was the only thing like different from this slide. Obviously, we got the new fight.
Well, they also we were talking last week about which match would be the last match. It looks like they went with Paris Romanov.
I don't know. I think this was the same graphic when we talked about last week. I don't think I updated this slide. So
I'm pretty sure. Okay.
We'll see.
Well, but we were talking about which one would be the last one. It looks like they're going with the big guys.
Yeah, everybody likes the heavyweight.
Yeah.
That's no doubt. That's fair. All right. National Duels Invitational. So we had the big show last night. The world on their toes watching. Do you remember what you were doing, Kevin, when you saw the first ball drawn?
I know exactly what I was doing. You kidding me? Sitting on my couch. Where were you?
Yeah, I was in a hotel, so I was just kicking back. And so anyway, I thought so I guess we'll talk about the show first before we talk about I thought they did a good job. I thought it was kind of funny, like Bray like looking away as he was drawing balls. Like,
Yeah, he's going like this.
And he's like, "Whoa." And I'm just like, it was like so sort of funny. I thought that was it, and then Piles was just standing there waiting to jump in, and like it was
There's a whole lot of energy.
yeah, it was. They were fired up for sure, and Shane's always going to bring the heat, right? So that was cool. But so brackets are set. Seeding. I guess seeding's been kind of the theme of the wrestling world for the last couple days. Roy, what were your thoughts on the seeding?
Well, first of all, I like that they only seeded 4.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it'd be silly to try to seed it all the way to 16, the way they seed NCAA's all the way out to 32.
Right.
So that was fine. And then, yeah, I don't know. I feel like Iowa being number 1 is interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's based off like Ferrari. He might win the national title, but he had a few good matches last year.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't really proven like throughout a season that he's like that guy yet.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm usually always hypersensitive to pro Iowa bias.
Mm-hmm.
So I was feeling it pretty strong. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah. I mean, I thought that like they were with the way that ESPN had the finals and that Low had the semis, really felt like Oklahoma State and Iowa was always going to be semi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't think that they would go that route. I thought they would like somehow justify Oklahoma State being third.
With Nebraska 1.
Yeah, with Nebraska 1. I thought that seemed like the more logically convincing thing to me. And maybe not, but it was just like that's how my mind was like set.
Yeah.
What did you think, Kevin?
Yeah, I think we kind of talked about it in the chat on your guys' show last week, and it seemed like we kind of got it right. I mean, but we were going by what we thought they would do. I'm surprised that Nebraska's not 1, but then again, I'm not. I'm surprised as in I think they should be 1, but I'm not necessarily surprised that they weren't put as 1. Oklahoma State, I knew that they would get the they're writing the check, so they're going to get the discount and get ranked, and I understand that. And Ohio State has to be up there. They're so good. They're a really good team for sure. Whether or not Oklahoma State's really the 4th or not, I mean, I guess maybe Virginia Tech or NC State, maybe you could argue, but I don't think it's a bit too big of a deal either way.
I mean, I think at the end of the year that Oklahoma State is a trophy team.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, in fact, Roy and I have a bet. I have Penn State, Nebraska, Iowa, and Oklahoma State, and he has everyone. And so I think
anyone else,
right? So I think that I've always felt that like by the end of the year that you're looking at a trophy team. I mean, have they proven it? And I guess mostly again, like this is some degree about having fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you could certainly make the argument that Nebraska deserves, but Nebraska had a really, really strong team last year, right? Scored well over 100 points in NCAAs. What happened in the Nebraska-Iowa duel last
year? Yeah, Iowa won.
Iowa cooked them.
Yep.
So, I mean, as much as I was convinced that Nebraska was going to be, there is, like, if we're speaking, like, there is some rationale or justification. Or
absolutely.
This is not the greatest robbery of all time, but there are too many perfect conspiracy theories to just let it lie. We are going to have to talk more about this as we go, but yeah, I think that seeding 4 was perfect. I thought it was it was interesting how the balls came out. I mean, one of the things is the way it fell. By favorites, you're going to have 6 Big Ten teams after round 1. Only Oklahoma State and so it'll be Oklahoma State and NC State or UNI.
Yeah.
And then the other ones would be Illinois, Iowa, Ohio State, Minnesota, Nebraska, and Michigan. So
You
that's a
think?
very, very likely scenario. Virginia Tech might pull it off against Minnesota, but
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so there you might not get just 6 Big 10 teams, but I think there's a really solid chance that after round one you're going to have just 6 Big 10 teams, and then it's a bunch of guys that are going to hit each other during the regular season, and a bunch of guys that are going to hit each other. I think Kevin, you mentioned that Illinois is going to somebody's going to duplicate at the
Yeah. Illinois and Little Rock, they're going to be in the same pool at the Journeyman with Cornell. So they're going to meet there on the first day at the Journeyman Duels on December 20th. So that's just kind of the way that that crumbles. But I think Virginia Tech's got a really sneaky good team. When you look at, I always look at WrestleStat, and I understand that sometimes they have really goofy matchups based on stuff, but you can kind of somewhat get an idea if a team's even close or not. And I noticed WrestleStat had Oklahoma State and Virginia Tech actually tied at 17.
Yeah.
And they had them over Minnesota like 20-15. So, I mean, all that just tells me that it's going to be a close duel, either way. I mean, either way, it could swing one way or the other because they got some goofy matchups sometimes, but I think it's going to be pretty wild.
Yeah. And I guess the elephant in the room is kind of depends on who wrestles, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, Henson was pretty much on a pitch clock last year, right? I mean, he didn't wrestle a ton. I don't know what was his final record, but
yeah,
he did do well. I mean, I guess he didn't quite close, but he was a point away from being national champ with the pitch clock strategy. So, do you really want to roll him out, this early? I mean, that's out there. I think Kevin's okay with me saying Cornell's going to beat Ohio State.
Oh. Cornell is, I don't, and I'll just say this real quick because I've been getting all these people messaging me going, dude, Anthony Knox is transferring, or Eli Giacomo, and I'm like, listen, calm down. They're all gray shirting.
Right.
All right. The whole class of 2025 is gray shirting, and they're going to have half their guys missing until December 20th, 125 through 157.
I mean, you did write a whole article on it. People just need to read your stuff, man.
That's right, man. I just copy and paste. I learned to copy and paste.
Give them the link, man. You got to get your views, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, it's been that way forever.
Yeah, that's based on the Ivy rules, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's stuck. It's like last year they had Chris Foca and Julian Ramirez. They couldn't wrestle until it's not the second semester, it's the end of the first semester. That's when they can wrestle. And it's because they can't graduate early. Because that's what happened to Cardenas, and Cardenas had to transfer to Michigan because he didn't line things up the right way to like Foca and Ramirez did ahead of time. So, which stinks is because Cardenas, we only got 3 seasons out of him. You get these teams getting five seasons out of guys. We get 3 seasons out of Cardenas because they canceled 2021 on the Ivy. So
I feel like he lined things up the right way, just not the right way for Cornell.
Yeah. In my eyes, not the right way.
he got an Ivy League degree. Went to Michigan, got paid.
He's all right.
And
he's all right.
So I think, he's probably like. It's interesting though. He loved Cornell because it was kind of funny. There was a Twitter thing. What's on your phone? And and then it was it was him and 2 other Cornell guys.
He's got a big tattoo.
Like in Michigan. Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
He's got a big Cornell tattoo on his arm. I don't know what he did with that, but I don't know. It's funny.
Keep it.
Yeah, right. He graduated.
Yep. Yeah.
So anyway, I did notice that it could just turn into like a Big 10 love fest, and but I mean that was not totally unsurprising. Key potential matchups. No. I think Ferrari Sinclair. That's a good one. Both those guys seem like guys who show up, so I think we'll probably get that one. In the Missouri Iowa duel, Uh, interested to see if Crookham and Van D happen. So I know that like Stanish is out. That's been announced. So that sort of really limits the question of the outcome of that duel significant.
Mhm.
But like with Crookham coming off a year of injuries, and then Jacob Van D is strong,
Yeah.
and like, is that, do you really want to roll Ryan Crookham out as like his first match after being out for a year and a half with injury against like that dude? I guess you gotta. I mean, it's just something I'm thinking about that. Like, I'll be interested to see what Lehigh brings. I mean, I hope they have the match. I think it's a fun match.
Yeah.
Super exciting. I mean, on a good day, Van D beat anybody. Obviously, Crookham is anybody. He's that
Yeah.
guy, right? So, that would be cool if it goes down. Vince Robinson, if NC State just gets on a roll, would have Anderson of NIU, and then Spratley, and if they win that, Peterson from Iowa. So that's an interesting path there. Ayala and Bird, second round, is out there. So another finals match that could happen. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, we'll see what we get
Yeah.
for sure.
It's and a guy like Ryan Crookham, like you made a really good point. A guy like Ryan Crookham, he's almost impossible to take down, right?
Right?
Unless like when Vito and the semis, he just went nuts. He picked him right up in the air each time. He wasn't messing around with any scrambles. But
Yeah,
a guy like Van D, if there was ever a guy to beat Crookham, I feel like it would have to be like someone like that. That's just like you said, funky and unorthodox, and just puts himself in strange situations. So you
right.
never know.
Got that whole like Jonesy tilt sequence. I mean, you just got like some really funky stuff, that
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
could think you're right where you want to be, and next thing you know, you're in like Turk or something. So yeah, hopefully that happens, for sure. So let's see. We have looking at a
The
couple.
probable.
What's that?
The probable.
Yeah, these are what we call, I guess, the probables. So Lehigh, Nebraska. Yeah, without Stanish, I don't think the outcome is in jeopardy. But I mean,
Well, has Nebraska confirmed they're bringing everybody?
Everybody but Lamer.
yeah, yeah. I don't know of any. I haven't heard nothing about anybody not wrestling. So, um, but they're a deep squad. I don't know how many guys they're allowed to bring to this.
That's a good question.
I thought I saw a post where a team had, I think, 5 weights where they were bringing 2 people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if that was like an official, like, but it was like, this is who we're bringing. I forget which team it was, but that's what I was counting and looking for.
Yeah,
Is
that
that
makes
how many?
sense because that's five backups, and a lot of guys can cover 2 weights,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah, and I mean like teams like Iowa or Nebraska or Oklahoma State. I mean, they have like good backups.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're deep teams. So, uh, yeah, interested. I mean, I guess the LJ Arujo and Brignola is an interesting matchup here. So you got more of an established guy, and then newcomer, but pretty heralded first year starter. First year. But other than that, I mean
Well,
AJ,
this will be, yeah, AJ's first match at heavyweight.
right? I guess the number 8 guy.
That's
So
exciting. Yeah.
that'll be cool.
Do you think he'll look small, or do you think he bulked up?
He's been looking pretty large.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
Nathan Taylor's huge.
yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that Nathan Taylor wasn't going to, I don't know if this is true, so don't,
Yeah.
but I heard that he wasn't going to be there. I heard that him and Stanish weren't going to be there, but I don't know that for sure. So, but I
Taylor's
did hear
definitely
that.
coming off injury.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
He had a gruesome injury last year.
so I do agree that like this is not like the duel that I would like tournament for
Yeah.
somebody coming off injury.
No. And like Roy said, like as far as AJ, I think he's going to be fine size wise. You'll notice that a good majority of the top 10 guys are tweeners. They're in that 230, 240 weight range. There's not a lot of true heavyweights.
Yeah,
I don't think,
Younger was a 97, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, a bunch of them were. He's gotten pretty big and bulked up
Yeah.
a bit, but
Yeah.
I mean, they're generally not your international piece, like
No, I mean,
that Wyatt ran into.
no. Yeah, Ben Keeter, Nick Feldman, Isaac Trumbull, Younger Bastida,
Yeah, I mean, those are all
Wyatt Volker. These are all
they're all
like,
97 kilo guys when they
Yeah.
go into international.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. Vatek, Minnesota. Convince me this is a chance for a non-Big Ten team
Great.
to win.
Yeah. I do.
But there's a lot of fun matchups here. I think like Volk and Ventresca is interesting. Burke Von Bar, interesting. Sparks Church. Sparks is my guy to All American and high low, so need to see something
here. Yeah. Well, according to this graphic, isn't Virginia Tech favored in 6 out of 10 matches?
Yeah, their favorite.
Yeah.
20 to 15 they give them. Let's see if anything's weird though, because sometimes they have some goofy. Oh, that Ventresca Volk match though is going to be great. I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be a bar. And like, actually, I mean, I really hope Virginia Tech wins. I mean,
yeah,
because then you get Ohio State, right? Ohio State, Virginia Tech is way more fun than Minnesota, Ohio State, which you're going to see probably season anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know their schedule for sure, but yeah. So that could happen. I think it's a toss-up duel, though. Depends on who wrestles. And then Iowa, Missouri is going to be a tough night for the Missouri Tigers, I think. But
yeah.
But Sinclair Ferrari is an interesting.
That's great.
Matchup for sure. And I do think they will wrestle. So that's exciting.
You got to remember too, like if you think about it, Sinclair was this close to beating Max Macchinelli, who went on to win the world title. Like he had him.
Yeah.
And then they did that rolling start he did.
Mm-hmm.
First Sinclair took him down and the official blew the whistle quicker than ever.
Mm-hmm.
There was like 13 seconds left and he had no parterre time at all. And then he had a running start and took him down. But Sinclair's tough, man. That should be a great match.
Yeah, he battles for sure. Oh, Madness is saying Ferrari's going to sit the bench.
What?
Man, I wouldn't be surprised. I
don't know, man. Why?
He did all last year. You think he'd want to get up and go?
I think he wanted to wrestle every meet last year.
Yeah, we've had him on the show a few times, and let me tell you what a nice kid he is.
Yeah.
He is extremely nice, extremely quiet. I know he does some of his, antics after the match stuff, but he's a kid and he's pumped up but he's such a good guy. Been really good to us for sure.
QuadR has been known for a little bit of antics.
Yeah.
We're not anti-antic.
It's so funny though, because there was this one video where him and his brother AJ are in a car, and he's like someone's taping him, and AJ's talking, and Angela looks at him. He's like, "Man, you're just so weird. You just can't even you can't socialize with people. You're just so off. You're just like," and AJ's just laughing like, "Yeah, I know," but it was funny. True.
Well, there was a question about not wanting to do any freestyle. I think Angelo has someone from the chat asked about with Ferrari not wanting to do any freestyle. I mean, I know Angelo's never been engaged in freestyle at all. Even in high school, he was he'd only go to Super 32 and he'd only go to big folk meets. roll out of bed and win them. I mean,
Yep. Yeah, he would.
He's freaking good, man. And like, but yeah, I mean, AJ's he's been on a world team, like at age level, I think. No,
I
AJ's
don't
done
think
some
so.
freestyle though, because he did enough to take an Olympic red shirt,
Yeah.
posthumously, or whatever.
No, but isn't that
from the championship, right?
that was from NCAA championship at Oklahoma State?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't based on.
I remember
Yeah,
seeing him do the trials or something though, back
Yeah.
in like for Tokyo.
He's talking Olympics. He says that's his goal: go to Olympics and then fight.
I thought he just went to that because he was obligated to because of his Olympic red shirt.
Yeah.
Like he'd look bad if he didn't even go.
But Angelo's a hard no on the freestyle from what I can tell. And AJ, right? Like,
Yeah.
You never know with AJ.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing you know for sure is he's going to deadlift.
Yeah. Getting his squats in and deadlifts.
That's a guarantee.
Yeah.
But yeah, Angelo, the hard no. I mean, I don't know. Everybody wants to think everybody's a 4-timer. Like,
Oh yeah.
Great.
You know how hard it is to be a 4-timer? You know, like
it's ridiculous. It's we were talking too, if you think about it, not one 4-timer was ever thought to be a 4-timer before they began college. Not even Kale.
Right.
Nobody thought. Kale lost his, he lost to someone his red shirt year,
right.
and then Kyle Dake was just a 2-time state champ in New York. Yanni, he had the credentials, but nobody saw him winning that bracket his freshman year. And same with Logan Stieber. A lot of people don't know this, but his true freshman year, he actually wrestled at CKLV at 125, and he lost 3 matches. So nobody saw him doing it. And same with Starachi and Brooks. So the guys that generally you think would have was like coming out was like the Spencer Lee or the Kerry Colad or guys that didn't, they didn't do it.
Well, if they go to Penn State, then Josh Barr, Luke Lillidahl, they're all 4-timers just waiting to happen.
Oh yeah.
And we got one potential 4-timer right now. Vince Robinson.
Yep. Yeah. And it's so many things have to go right, and injuries too, like Yanni tore a ligament his freshman year. He could have just been done, it's just, you just don't know.
I think that like everybody who wins 4 times is credentialed. Matt said that Pat Smith was pretty credentialed. I think all of them were credentialed. Certainly David Taylor was groomed to be a 4-timer.
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
Happen.
Yeah.
I mean, he was like, a week shy of being 21 years old when he entered his first national tournament, and he was like completely groomed to be a 4-timer, and then
absolutely
didn't close. So
and Zane, if Zane redshirted his freshman year, his true freshman year, people make that argument. Maybe he could have been, but
Isaiah Martinez was.
Yeah, that's a good example, right? Absolutely.
2 undefeated seasons looked unbeatable. Yeah, I mean, generational greatness does not make you a 4-time champion. But we're going to get a lot more 4-time champions if they go to that 5 years of eligibility.
I hope they don't, because if they do, the Ivies are screwed, because the Ivies are not going to change that. They're only going to ever be 4 years, I think. I mean, you just happen to be doing sports in the Ivy League,
Right.
You're there for school, and you just happen to wrestle. That's the way they look at it. So I'm fearful of that, but it sounds like it's going to happen.
That's not horrible, though. I mean, you get an Ivy League education.
You're all right.
You only get to win. You only get to win 4 national championships.
Yeah.
And get an Ivy League education. Probably going to be okay.
Yeah. Be all right in life for sure.
Yeah. So UNI NC State's fun. I mean, I think that UNI is definitely a team that is going to bring it.
Yeah.
I don't think Doug Schwab has like any gears except full.
I love that guy.
He's full throttle all the time. I mean, running around is just he's got 17 different Mountain Dew shirts.
He's probably my favorite coach. I love that guy.
Yeah, I mean, from afar, like, the stuff that they post, and like, uh, he seems like a super great coach, great guy. Uh, it's they've got a fun little family, down there. They do social media really well, and they definitely are genuine. So they're gonna be ready, and so I really don't know who to pick here. I mean, I'm leaning Northern Iowa. Keep going back to my madness and changing it. Like, I'm all
I
like,
think
I don't know. I think this is the one, that's gonna determine. And
yeah,
this is the one you got to get right. And like, I don't know. It's hard.
I think NC State. NC State has a couple gaps without a doubt. And then Brophy's not going to be there. But I think you and I lost a good amount of guys, I think.
Well, Parker.
Yeah, they lost.
Yeah, Parker for sure.
That's a big
That's
one.
that's enormous. I mean, it looks like they kind of got um
Just a solid.
184 is not great. I don't know if Downey's going 57 or 65. I keep hearing different things, but whatever's the opposite of that weight is going to be a kind of an inexperienced guy. 141 is going to be rough.
Yeah.
We'll see, but good coaching, good program.
Right.
Next man up.
And they show up in duels too.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's a good one. So I guess this slide's just who do we think is going to win? What are the upsets that are out there? I do want to say one thing that I'm disappointed at the impact that this is probably going to have on CKLV. CKLV was our last great in-season tournament. Like, I mean, it was awesome. Go downstairs, get the 3 monitors going, and 4 boxing on flow, and just immersing yourself in that tournament.
100%.
So I'm a lot, yeah. So moment of silence for CKLV.
You're absolutely right.
Like, it'll evolve.
Right. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that happens. I mean, or what happens with CKLV. Hopefully it just doesn't fade away. That would be a real bummer, for sure.
Yeah.
But all right, so who's your winner, Kevin?
I'm gonna go Nebraska. Man, it's tight. I think that man. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go Iowa. Because Chance Lamer's out.
Oh.
Sorry. I know. Chance Lamer's out. I think that makes a huge difference.
That's hilarious to me. Like, they've got 7 All-Americans, multiple
I
champions, and he's like, man, they don't got Lamer.
I know. It's so weird, isn't it?
I got Antrell Taylor, AJ Ferrari, like Minto got 4th as a freshman coming back, and but without Lamer.
Without a 2-time blood rounder, forget it.
Who's gonna beat the powerhouse that's Ryder Block? Like,
yeah, I
without
wonder
Lamer,
about him.
how are we gonna beat Ryder Block?
No, I know that. I don't I think that first, I think the reason I say that is I think it's going to be tough. Nebraska's got to get by Ohio State. That's going to be a really tough duel, a lot tougher than Iowa, Oklahoma State, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's logical. I mean,
you know what? I'm such a loser, but I'm looking at this and my first instinct was correct. Nebraska. That's my final answer, Ralph.
This is
take me on a roller coaster ride.
You're turning this into a bit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm never invited on the show again after that one.
No, we like that.
That's perfect.
No, that's it's.
But we are gonna have to.
It's real time. Yeah. Test that mute button off, right?
No more.
I'm just looking at Nebraska. They don't have any holes. Like it's.
Yeah. Right. But I mean, Iowa did Big Brother them last year in the duel, and they had a a team that scored like over 110 points at the national tournament. So there is that. So no chance that anybody takes out Iowa.
Not on that side, no. I don't see anybody that. I think that. Yeah, no, they're gonna. I think they'll pound Missouri, pound Illinois. Um, I don't think. I think there might be some good matches if with Oklahoma State or NC State. Which I'm not. I'm not for sure that Oklahoma State is going to beat NC State. I'm not for sure. I think NC State could sneak there, but Iowa is going to just. It shouldn't be close. I don't think all the way to the finals. What do you think?
Yeah. So I guess I'm kind of with you. Is that like if you just do the math and you assume that there's a consistent level of performance, something like that, then it's really hard to imagine Nebraska not winning. Right? Trying to find a
Yeah.
team that can win 5+ matches against Nebraska is hard to find. Apparently, like Iowa got the number 1 seed because they had 5. Like 2 of the matches that they used to seed Iowa number 1 was 4 versus 3. you know, 5 versus 2 or something. So it wasn't. Those are even like toss-up matches. I mean, you can't tell me that like Patrick Kennedy's going to go smash Minto, right?
No,
I'll take Minto.
That's that might be the deciding match right there.
And that's one of the ones that they counted as, oh well, this is when Iowa's wins.
Yeah, they got WrestleStat has stylist all red over Angelo Ferrari.
Yeah, I don't know if I buy that.
And then when you adjust the lane, when you take Chance Lamer out, it says Iowa over Nebraska 16-15, and that's with Angelo losing.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I don't. It's gonna be a great duel. Let's just hope that both lineups are there. I mean, you would think they're there to wrestle, right? If they meet in the finals.
Oh, that's not for sure.
They got to get that money, right? I wonder how they're going to split that. I wonder, it's up to the team, I believe, but you wonder if they're going to like this much to the program, this much to the wrestlers. It'd be cool if they just shelled it out to the wrestlers,
They should just like make belts. That's what I would do.
Heck yeah.
And then wear them all year long, So every time
that would be sweet.
When they come out to shake hands, they're wearing like the dual meet champion belt,
That's awesome.
For every dual meet.
With diamonds on it.
Yeah, they're all just like rocking belts. We just blew the whole $200,000 on some. we don't need your stinking money, man, but we're gonna like belt. So that would be hot. I don't know. Like I think that like I say that I can't see Nebraska losing, but like if you're taking Nebraska, I'll take Iowa. At least
after that whole
right.
You know what else is interesting is 197. Like, how is Dean going to be? Because I mean, he would wrestle Camden McDaniel, who's he's got a age level world medal, and he was an All-American last year. I mean, WrestleStat has Dean majoring him. There's no way I see that happening. I think that's kind of I think I would probably pick McDaniel, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, there are levels to this. I remember in high school, this guy came in to, he moved from Alaska, state champ, so he said anyway. Like, spent about 3 weeks in the Oak Park room and didn't make JV2 and quit. So, like, a D3 wrestler is a D3 wrestler, right? And so, I mean, sometimes they're just a D3 wrestler. Really good, but I mean, there are levels to this stuff. And
hey, I wrestled D3, so I know. Like, I know where I was at compared to, I wrestled some of the best guys in high school, and I know where they were at, and it's a difference, I mean, no disrespect to D3, but I was a D3, so I'm not disrespecting. I'm just saying you're absolutely right. There is levels.
Yeah. So I'm super interested because he's got the right look. Right.
Yeah.
And he's had some freestyle success, right?
Yeah, he's made a U23 team and
right.
So
there's a chance, that like he's something. But I mean, I guess I wouldn't like I wouldn't have used that to give them the number 1 seed.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't see. Yeah, I wouldn't exactly, and I certainly don't want to see 5'7". What's his name in there?
Oh, we're not going to entertain Pyle's mad argument of
He's 5'7".
Gabe Arnold at 97.
Yeah,
Like,
come on.
he really doesn't like that guy.
Gabe Arnold is not going 197. I'm sorry. He's five. I know he
Yeah.
ballooned up when he left, but come on.
Hey, you know what? I mean, and I like him as a wrestler.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's not a. I mean, I like him, but like he's a bit boring.
Yeah, he does. You're absolutely right.
It's not real exciting, but I mean, I mean, whatever.
You'll get one takedown a match, you know.
And but yeah, he can't wrestle night.
No way.
Even if he's your best option.
Yeah. Nope.
I don't see that. So who you got winning, Roy?
I got the fixes in Oklahoma State.
Oh, nice.
Right.
I was going to wrestle all backups against Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's like 200,000 to win, a cool $1 million to lose.
Right.
I do like how they give the second and third place teams the same. $1 billion.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, where does the Paycom coffers end?
Right.
All right, so now we got all 3 different ones. What's the most likely, excluding Oklahoma State winning and all, what's the most likely upset in the first round? So the tightest matches by like WrestleStat was Little Rock over Illinois.
No way that's happening.
I don't see that.
Nope. Little Rock is weak.
So Minnesota over Virginia Tech.
That's going to be a tight match, and
Could happen.
Yeah.
Arizona State and Michigan.
Michigan's got Arizona State.
Michigan's tough. They got a lot of really good young guys. I saw Ragusan moved up to 141 there.
Yeah, and my high-low guy to All-American just redshirted. Lemley's redshirting. So
is he?
Yeah. So
Yeah, watch out for Canterbone. He's a New York State guy, 157.
Yeah, they're gonna have a good team.
Yeah, he's tough. He actually only lost to TJ Duke by a point when they wrestled at the Eastern States. He's tough.
Yeah, they're gonna be fun to watch. I'm excited. Last year was a little. I have season tickets, but it's like 2.5 hour drive. So like when they're not good, it's hard.
Are they your team, or who's your team? Or you don't want to say?
No, I don't really have a. I mean, I'm a wrestling fan. I don't have a.
Yeah.
I mean, I go to like. I live in Michigan, so I go to like CMU duels. I have season tickets in Michigan. I go to Lansing duels. Our dad's down in Illinois. He went to U of I, so I'll get down there for some of that. But you know what? When I got back into like watching wrestling, that's a Big Ten Network, and like it was like the Big Ten tournament, and like man, it was when like Escovedo and like Michigan State had that like Puerto Rican kid, and like so like after 7 weights, 6 teams had won Big Ten titles. So it's a Big Ten championship finals. And
oh wow!
Like, oh, this is so cool. This is so fun, and like everybody's good, and like it's Cream's kind of risen to the top since then a little bit, but like I mean, I just enjoy. Yeah. I don't have a team, like, so I just enjoy. I have wrestlers that I like, and I have teams that I might not like as much. Yes, Franklin Gold.
Right. Yeah.
So, but I don't want to talk about that. That's
right. That's how about you, Roy? Are you the same boat, Roy?
Well, I wrestled for Penn, so I follow them. And when Penn wrestles Cornell, I root for Penn. But when Cornell's wrestling anybody else, I root for the Ivies.
Nice.
So I like, and also even though the Ivies aren't in the EIWA anymore, but like Lehigh, Army, Navy, those kind of schools I follow. I'm out here in Oakland, California now, so I went to a Stanford duel last year. I'm going to go to like pretty much all the home duels this year. So Stanford is my adopted team.
They're going to have a great team this year.
Yeah, really fun to watch.
They got a lot of good guys. That's cool, man. You wrestled for Penn. That's awesome.
And then Big Ten, uh, I mean Illinois, because I grew up in Illinois.
Right.
Is like I always root for them to do well. I would say I in general root against Iowa,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's kind of a love-hate thing too. Like our head coach in high school wrestled for Iowa, so
Yeah.
we grew up with Iowa propaganda.
Yeah.
So that's part of me
All
like
day long.
rebelling.
Oh, I see.
All practice, all day,
Yeah.
Iowa propaganda.
Every run. What is he jogged and jogged? Running to Iowa City. Running to
Jogging
Iowa City.
Oh man. I'm one of the few people that's just indifferent with Iowa. You know, I went to the 1995 NCAAs when I was like 16, and it was in Iowa, and it was such a great experience. But I'm not like an Iowa fan per se, but I don't hate them, so I kind of just try and remain cool, you know.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, someone mentioned the Iowa State Stanford should be in the national duels, and yeah, there's teams I would switch them out for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
although I kind of like that you earn your way into this though, based on last year's results. Like so maybe some preseason stuff at maybe a different team
and
could be there, but
and when we were there in Philly, you're just like, come on, Panero.
Oh my God, I know. Well, that's the thing is like Panero,
make it happen,
unbelievable.
Man. You know, like dude, you are so good.
It's 2 years in a row that 2 years that he's won. He won Big 12s, and then he gets the third or fourth seed, and he just bottoms out. It's unbelievable. And the guys, but Iowa State had a lot of injuries. Stanford didn't have a great showing. Plus, they had Cardenas and Provo that were redshirting or medshirting or whatever. So that's the thing is you're going to have guys that are redshirting.
Yeah, I mean Iowa State trophy like a couple years ago. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy. Like it's like seasons go up and down. You know? It is what it is. Which is why you can't be too high on Nebraska, right? I mean, I'm pretty high on Nebraska, but on the other hand, was that just a crazy tournament? You know,
it was.
I mean, it was a crazy tournament, right? But are they? Is that 120% or is that 150% of?
Man, it was. They definitely don't really. They were like not doing great in the NCAAs for many years in a row. They were underperforming.
Yes.
And man, did they ever click last year? But it was
Cliff Keen. They always won Cliff Keen and then stunk it up, and then they decided maybe we shouldn't optimize our season tournament in Las Vegas.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what happened. But,
I know.
I mean, you know what I think? You know, like, I mean, you put James Green came back to the room, right?
Yeah.
And like, I mean, having James Green back in your room. I mean, he was the development guy. I mean, he's a great coach. He's a great partner. You know, Peyton Robb's in there, still there. You know, and so they had their middleweight room was just crazy right? And it's still going to be this year. You know, so they're they're building a real special room right now.
Absolutely.
I think that really helps. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean,
I agree.
Madness says that Nebraska comes back to earth. Does that mean that they don't trophy? I don't see how that team doesn't trophy.
No way. They got a trophy.
So I guess.
Well, I literally weekly wagered against it, so I agree.
Yeah,
I concur. Speaking of Wrestle Madness, don't forget to get your picks in. For the national duels. I think I created a league for us.
Oh, nice.
And
is it like the QuadR invite only thing, or is it public?
Oh, do I have to send an invite?
You got to. You can just copy a link and send it to everyone.
Yeah. Okay, I'll post it. I'll post it on X.
Yeah,
I'll get that.
Put it in the comments. Yeah, so that they have to find it.
Yeah, Wrestle Madness is awesome. Those guys are awesome, and then everything that they're doing is incredible, and it's so easy to use, and it makes tools a lot more fun. It makes them a lot more fun when you're, so.
I agree. Yeah, and Ridge Levitt is down there. That's Ridge Levitt's training link, and I've seen a bunch of videos with from this fall where Ridge is still in the room.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's RTCs, man. You gotta build those to get the guys. It seems like teams with good RTCs are doing well.
Right. All right. So top U23 storyline. So what am I looking forward to here? So we had a great team. I was interested that like we didn't even take top 3 last year. Which like that was weird to me, but like it was true. Like
Right.
Top Rack's Fitness. This is the guy that Stanish wrestled, who like was up like 8-0 on Stanish and then couldn't like breathe anymore.
Yeah.
Like so I'm interested to see like if this guy's actually like if he listened to our quote, he noticed you need the endurance of a runner.
Right.
So, like,
Yeah.
you need to get out there and you need to run. So so Iran's the defending champion. Later, Clint. Thanks for popping in. So yeah, I mean, US has been sweeping things, right? So does that momentum carry? I mean, our team's incredible.
It's
I
amazing.
mean, it's like it's insane, but the world's good too, you know. So
Yeah.
I think
We
Roy set the over under on goals at 6.
woo.
And I took the under.
Yeah, that's a big
that's a big number. I don't know if you guys follow Infa at all. This guy does good work. And
very good work.
He's got a great thread on U23. You should go out and definitely work. He's definitely good follow and check this thread out. But last year it was Iran, Japan, and Azerbaijan. Iran's losing a big heavyweight. He moved to Pakistan, or where did he go?
Yeah, so he could be on the senior team.
Yeah, but he's a hoss. He won't be there. Masumi, yeah, he's not there. So as Kevin mentioned, Lilladal and Blaze are going for the trifecta, right?
Yeah,
U17, U20, U23.
Yeah,
so that's cool.
Yeah,
65. Yeah, so 70 kilograms. EJ Duke, Iranian. It'll be interesting. 74 is gonna be crazy. World champion Iogi's moving up, right? I mean, like, you got a senior level world champ, Messin Brink, and Evev. I mean, just a bunch of age group golds in the world. Ain Giuseppe. So it's gonna be it'll be fun to watch. It should be pretty awesome. Definitely looking forward to it, but I don't know if we're gonna get 6.
No, I don't know about that. This is the first year though that we really are sending our dudes. You know, like we've only had one really solid year. U23s came out in 2017.
Yeah.
Okay, and in 2023, that's when we sent our best team. We had 4 gold medals. We had Keegan O'Toole, Aaron Brooks, Isaac Trumbull, and Wyatt Hendrickson. Okay. And we scored 148 points. And we won it. But outside of that, our team scoring, if you go year by year, it's 71, 92, 57, 54, 112. Then we hit the 148, and then we had 73 last year. You know, it was just so this is a year it's unusual because there was only 3 weight classes that the U23 champion, national champion, got the automatic seed.
Oh, right.
And 7 other weights were senior guys that were pulled up and put in that. And we've I mentioned to you guys earlier, this is we've never had a guy on U20 or the senior team that very same year that they went and did U23s. Yeah. Never. And now we got 5 of them that have already been on a senior U20 team. So it's wild.
It is wild. I feel like can't do anything but underperform, unfortunately. The expectation is so high, you know. And we've been rolling this year, so maybe not so much at the senior level, but anyway, that should be fun. Live on Flow coming up next week, right? You know if they're starting with freestyle?
I heard they're ending with freestyle. They're ending with freestyle. And real quick, I looked up the record for U23, just in case you're wondering. 181 points by Russia in 2018. Oof. They had 2 golds, 4 silvers, and 3 bronze. So they had
Wow.
6 guys in the finals. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Who's number 1? I mean, so that's coming up this weekend, right?
Yep.
And so Roy and I are not super locked into the high school scene, but Rainey Brothers, they were almost at Illinois, I felt like. So I that's cool that they're wrestling. Bassett's in there, Kobe Merrill, Michael Mako. I mean, a lot of these matches have already happened, right? I mean, Fargo and things like that. So
Yeah.
But certainly, not having a particular like team to follow. I'm not as like into like watching the high school wrestlers. Doesn't matter to me where they go.
Right.
I'm gonna enjoy watching them wherever they go. But it'll be good wrestling. It's using NCAA rules, so that'll be interesting. It is nice, the 3-point takedown and in the 3-minute period and stuff like that, and the out of bounds.
Yeah.
So a little bit better product, I think, than the high school rule set. But
Yeah.
so that should be it's wrestling. There's so much wrestling to watch now.
It's awesome, man. It's I think for the
so crazy how much wrestling we get to watch.
It's incredible. I love it. And it's Bo Bassett and Jordan Rainey should be a great match. Guys, I was watching some old Who's Number Ones the other night.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you guys recall Jax Forrest and Jordan Rainey.
Oh, yeah.
It was 18 to 15.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so awesome. I'm watching this match. I'm like, woo. And a couple other good ones. Mendez and Van Ness was a great one. And way back when they first started in 2013, it was Joey McKenna and Jason Knopf had a good one, but there was a lot of good ones. And
and like as Not a Wrestler mentioned, like basically the only people that aren't there are Drayshawn Ross, Jax Forrest, and Jaden James. Other than that, you got, I mean, it's sort of the opposite of the All-Star Classic, right?
Yeah, right.
You've got like 11 versus 17 or like no Penn State guy. I mean, like, so it is like kind of the complete opposite. You've got basically 1 versus 2 and a couple 3s thrown in there, and so it's going to be super high level wrestling. I do find that like high school super high level wrestling can be pretty low scoring.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's I was surprised to see Jax. I mean, I wasn't. Jax was going to go for his 4th. Anthony Knox is the only one that's ever won 4 of these.
Right.
And Jax would have got them, but Jax just got done with a senior.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
right.
And so there is a girl going for 4, but I don't know much about girls wrestling at all. So, but yeah, it should be good, man.
You probably know more than Roy and me.
I don't know about that.
Oh, we're here. We got time for high low, Roy?
Yeah, we can do it.
We can do it. Okay, so if you guys aren't familiar, anybody's jumping in for the first time, this is a little bit that Roy and I do. We go through each division or each weight class in D1 wrestling using the flow rankings, and we pick who the lowest seed to AA is, who the highest seed to not AA is, who our favorite wrestler is to watch, and who we think is going to win the weight class. And so we're moving on up, and we are now at 174. So we always do a little bit of choice. So Roy, what do you want, red or green here?
I'll take green.
Never good at play, but all right, that is really green, but the green screen messes it up. I promise you. Okay, you can pick. What do you want? Highest, lowest?
All right, I'll pick the lowest seed to AA, or the lowest rank to AA. Lorenzo Norman from Stanford.
Ooh.
He's preseason number 17.
Yes. That's good. You got to write this down, right? You're the record keeper.
All right.
Totally. All right. So, boy. I guess I'm gonna play it safe. For the lowest seed to AA, I'm gonna go with Alex Facundo at 11.
Ooh.
So only scoring 2 points if he wins, and then the highest seed to not AA. Ooh. I'm gonna go. Lots of good choices.
Yeah, I thought that.
I'll take Cameron Steed from Missouri, not AA. I took your guy.
Took my guy. That's all right.
All right, who you got? There's more out there to choose from. Yeah, you can chime in too. Kevin, you're gonna have to give us some picks.
Ooh.
Man,
Yes, that says Minto.
I was looking at that, but Simon Ruiz is also looking tempting.
Oh, Cornell Kevin's
No
not
way,
gonna.
man. No way. Simon is hot right now.
Yeah. Um. I'll go Minto.
Minto. All right, who is your favorite?
Me? I'm gonna double up on Lorenzo Norman.
Norman. Okay, I'm gonna go with Bo Mantanona. It's my favorite. They got a lot of funk. They're
Yeah.
long. They're long. They do a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
So, and then to win, man. I don't know, man. I don't think Patrick Kennedy can beat Levi Haynes.
Right.
So, but Levi's only gotten it done once, even though he's been the favorite. So, just to throw it back at you, I got Minto to win this. In there, he's grinding with Antrell Taylor.
Wow, this
AJ
I feel
working
like
him
this. And I hate to say it, but I think Levi Haynes is gonna win.
Yeah, that's not a bad pick.
Not a bad pick, I know.
All right, Kevin, what do you think here? Who's the
All right.
highest,
Go
lowest?
ahead.
Go ahead.
Highest to okay, so the lowest seed to All American. Um, I don't want to pick the same as, I mean, that's the first thing that jumps out at me is Norman, but I will go with I'll go with Garrett Thompson from Ohio. I think
All
that
right.
he's got a lot of really good wins.
Yeah.
Those
He did beat
math
Root.
guys will break your heart.
Yeah, I know. He kind of failed on NCAA's last year though, but I'd say for highest seed not to AA, I'll go with Singleton.
Okay.
I don't know. I was kind of surprised him and Ruiz's match at NCAA's last year was like 10-0 was the final. I was kind of surprised. But I will say this. I know when you look at this weight, you're just like Levi Haynes next topic, but Levi Haynes wrestled both Kennedy and Ruiz at NCAA's last year. His match with Ruiz was 1-1 with 15 seconds left. Ruiz took a shot and Haynes got the go behind takedown for the win. And then with Kennedy, it was also Haynes only won like 8-6.
Mm-hmm.
So
He's
now
vulnerable.
Haynes is done.
He didn't win the title. He got beat.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's the heavy favorite and he just is a world finalist, but I'm just saying it's not a what I seem to see a Mitchell Messenbrick, I'm just thinking he's going to win it. I think this is a little more, but so what was the next thing you guys do? You did
Favorite and champion. Favorite to watch doesn't have to.
Favorite to watch. I'm gonna go with I really like I like watching Cam Steed. I think that he's a little unorthodox and I'm curious to see what he does up here.
Hinto's got some big stuff.
Yeah, I mean he destroyed Julian Ramirez last year at NCAA's. I did not see that coming. He pounded him bad. So yeah, and I'm pulling for my boy Ruiz so hard. He had a great summer.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Yeah.
He was He won that tournament that Hamidi was in. The guy teched Hamidi, and then he beat him. So I'm just going to be a diehard. Go with Ruiz, okay?
That's fair.
How could you not?
Yeah, and like I mean, Kennedy, right? Not a wrestler, said Kennedy gave Hamidi his toughest match.
Yeah.
Kennedy's good, right?
Yeah.
Would not be completely shocked if he won. I don't feel like he's like Levi Haynes kryptonite.
Right.
Yeah, Levi Haynes definitely the favorite.
I mean, he's like a wall. Haynes is so strong. That's how he beats guys at the end.
Yep.
They don't want to go overtime. They go for a leg. And he just crushes them.
Yep. That's exactly what Ruiz did. He shot in and it was all over. That was it,
At the world level, too.
Yeah.
He hand fought for like 5 minutes, and then the other guy got impatient and like throws those hips in and strong.
I was surprised to see the Greek guy. He wrestled in the finals. I was surprised to see him kind of beat Haynes at his own game. Like he was hand fighting with him.
Right.
I mean because that guy, he gave Dake a really good match a couple years ago, and man, he was hand fighting with Levi, and he's a heck of an athlete.
He's gotten better, and he's strong too.
Yeah.
So who's number 1 October 11th in terms of dates? U23 October 20th, RAF October 25th, Claw opening on the 28th and 29th, and National Duels November 15th. The only thing I don't have on this list is the All-Star Classic, which is end of the month, right? November 1st, somewhere
November,
in there.
November, I think.
Early November. So, like I said, there's a lot of wrestling coming up. So, that's good. All right. So, ask AI anything. Let's go ahead and go with this. So, after the seeding controversy, I asked AI, can you explain to me, why Nebraska didn't get the number seed? And so this is just the beginning.
AI had a lot to say.
But it entitled it the Flow Wrestling Paycom Cabal. Okay. How Iowa's fan base bought the number 1 seed and doomed Nebraska to a meat grinder. Buckle up, wrestling diehards, because the seeding for the inaugural National Duels Invitational, November 15th and 16th, 2025, at Tulsa's Fox Center, isn't the product of some impartial committee crunching duel records or the NCAA finishes. Nah, this reeks of meticulous, orchestrated grift, a shadowy alliance between streaming overlords Flow Wrestling, mega donor Paycom, and the Iowa Hawkeyes' rabid, corn-fed horde.
Preach.
Iowa snagging the top seed over Nebraska. It's not merit, it's money, metrics, and a bracket rig to maximize eyeballs and ad revenue while protecting Oklahoma State's home turf glory. Let's peel back the mat and expose the takedown.
Ooh.
And it just gets better from there.
Oh boy.
Anyway.
Link is in the show notes, right?
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, there it is. I'll drop it right in the chat there. Want to read further?
That's a cool segment you guys do. It's different, It's you know what, you see all these podcasts that kind of do the same thing, So it's you guys really think out of the box, and that's awesome. So good for you.
We're never going to talk about who got hired as an assistant.
Yeah, right.
That's not happening here.
Yeah. That's the way you got to look at it, though. It's like, what stuff do you want to see on a podcast, and what stuff don't you want to see? Well, the stuff you don't want to see, don't do that.
For sure. All right, so I can put that in the YouTube chat or the Twitter chat too. Anybody wants to follow up and learn more about that. All right, cool weekly wager. So this week's weekly wager is going to be, will Nebraska make the finals? I made the bet. I get to pick. And we're going to say Ralph has yes. All right. So, I've got a slight lead right now. Roy and I, if you're new to the show, Roy and I always make a wager. One person makes a bet, the other one gets to pick the side. Try to do anything usually try to keep it current, things that'll like settle, but sometimes they're longer term bets. I don't know. What do you think? Haven't you already said they're gonna win? So I know like
Yeah, they're going
well,
to the final.
you said they're gonna win, then you said they're gonna lose.
And I didn't.
Then you said I was gonna win, and then
Who
you're
knows
like,
what I think?
Ohio State's pretty good.
Maybe they do, maybe they don't.
Yeah.
I figure if I do that enough, people forget what I said even.
Right.
So then they'll just think I was right.
Well, I mean, you certainly see that where people like talk out of both sides, and then
yeah.
go back and roll the tape where I said that.
Yeah.
That happens
Exactly.
for sure. All right, cool. I think that's a fair wager. I think I'm gonna win, but I always think I'm gonna win. And things are pretty. So this is another bit we do. If you're new, this is Best Social, where Roy and I comb the internet to find all the good things that you might have missed. So I'll go first. So this Shingo. So this is, I think it's Kayuka. But like, I just thought this was really funny. He gets so it's wrestling platform. So they're starting some like company, whatever. And we're hosting a new wrestling event called All or Nothing after winning 2 university titles and the Japan Championship. And then it says, I got crushed at the World Championship. He updates his like profile and like it's like, yeah, we're doing all this cool stuff. Oh yeah, I'm that guy who got crushed at the World Championship. So I think this is the guy who lost to Amazon, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
And
he was pretty down on himself.
Right. And then, but it was just funny how he decided to add that to his profile. Not I won the Olympics last year, or something like that.
Yeah, no kidding.
He's just like, I just got crushed at the World Championship, and I teach wrestling at martial arts gyms at the university.
That is so funny.
That was so
That's
funny.
hilarious.
Yeah,
That's in his heading.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Oh my God.
That's his bio. I got crushed at the World Championships. Not I won gold at the Olympics, but and this is another one. Just sort of we talked about how like that raw pursuit, and just a lot of those Japanese wrestlers that are striving for perfection and not about but this is like they're building the gym. And he's like, look at this great space we got. It's like moldy floors. He's like, you just can't wait. But like that's it, that's where champions are made, kind of thing.
That's right.
These guys are
nice.
So that's cool. I thought that was cool. This was like, I don't know, did anything break? You guys, I'm here, so I didn't see, but Izzy said, got a big one to announce. Let's go. And this was
We'll see.
257, right?
Tito Ortiz and Chael Sonnen.
Yeah.
Right.
So right, you never quite know
match.
what we got here, but I just thought that was interesting. And I'm wrestling Willie Sailor.
Yeah. Chael Sonnen's like, it gets to be, there's a certain age where you put on a singlet and it gets to be weird.
So kind of the running bit of the pen always saying big news coming.
Big news.
We did have some news. We had they announced their captains.
Which was
exactly
reposted by our fraternity. So most of the wrestlers are in the same fraternity.
Yeah.
So I get that news too.
Yeah, those are your guys.
Yeah.
Your brothers. And then the other pen news was out there. Isabel is 3X high school state qualifier, and she's spinning up the women's wrestling club.
Nice.
I don't know if that's the other big news.
I think that was the thing we waited 2 weeks for.
Yeah, that was what we waited 2 weeks for. Hey, could be. Nato gonna coach and be an athlete.
By the way,
at Lehigh.
Yeah. I love this photo that like they didn't promote him with like winning the NCAA title. They promoted his RAF championship.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So I had that.
World championship.
I had that as my back. I had that as my background on Twitter. Because it was like a picture that I just like I shot with my phone, and then I ran it through like a filter to make it kind of like an oil painting type thing, And I just after RAF 1, I just put that up as my background. And then like the other day, it's like NATO started following you, and then I'm like, man, can I ever change my picture now?
Yeah.
Will he stop following me if I change my picture to something else?
That's so funny. Your pressure's on now.
Yeah. No, I ran a test. I changed it. We'll see if he.
You got to meet him at Media Day.
Yeah. for sure. So that was cool. We talked about the great photography work that the U.S. team had for Worlds. I felt like the Japan U23, they may want to like rethink the photographer. That was the men's team. This was the women's team. And I think we could like go a little higher glam.
Oh my god!
On these. I mean,
yeah, just like their school IDs. Basically.
Yeah, right.
This is horrible.
It's a little rough. I mean,
oh my gosh!
it's just like post practice.
That's so funny.
Oh, anyway, so I'll bet this group of girls right here is all killers.
Oh yeah, they don't mess around.
I'll bet you 100% that they smash at U23s. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna like get a picture taken, I blame the photographer.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
They just want to go home.
Yeah. All right. What do we got here, Roy? Lehigh moving.
Oh, that was just another getting NATO.
Oh, getting NATO. Yeah.
They've been doing all kinds of. Yeah,
that's been awesome. That's super exciting. I mean, they got Kirk, right?
They got Kirk.
Yeah.
They had Sasso for a second. Right. I don't know. I bet they bring him back in like quietly later.
You think so?
I think so.
I hope so.
The more I heard about that situation, it wasn't what it initially sounded like.
No, I think not at all. I mean, and we love, a fallen hero.
Yeah.
As long as they acknowledge their fall.
Yeah.
Dagestan merch. I didn't get any merch this week. Roy and I like to stay on the wrestling merch beat and let you guys know what kind of sweet wrestling merch is out there. So what do we got here?
They're copying the USA style, I think.
They need more lightning bolts.
How do we get a QuadR shirt? You guys got those for sale or what?
No, I haven't started selling them yet. I'm wearing one right now, but I'll let you know. I can hook you up.
Yeah, let me know, man.
All right, for sure.
That is Dagestan wrestling with the eagle.
That's pretty tight, though. I'd wear that.
Yeah,
for sure. Definitely to like RAF.
Oh yeah.
Good. What is Piles talking about? Okay.
Yeah, I just he posts these things and it's like a puzzle where you got to figure out.
Oh right.
Who he's talking about. Like, remember when he did his rap picks and he didn't even mention rap?
Yeah, right.
It just seems like all the time is like so inside baseball.
He's wrapped in mystery, right? He's an enigma wrapped in mystery.
I know what you mean.
Where none of you are smart enough to like.
Right, so I have to like figure out which wrestler he's talking about by like who wrestled these 20 guys last year. Whatever, man.
Yeah, all right. We're not gonna try and figure it out.
Yeah.
But he does that stuff. Too realistic. Oh.
People might not bring their starters.
Oh, Tony? Yeah. I'm on this, aren't I? Yeah. He's like, I said 100%. Nobody should circle an exhibition on their calendar. That's malpractice. I got a lot of heat for that. So I don't know how many wrestlers can weigh per team, but expect subs and forfeits after the duel is clinched, which is responsible coaching. Downside of duels is mismatches and non-impactful matches. But I feel like that's a fair assessment, especially early in the year.
Yeah.
But people didn't like that. As I said, it spoils all the fun. I mean, literally, like Willie said, Tony Rotundo, he put this up there and he's like, I think everybody's going to wrestle. And then he says, but I know Stanish is out.
Yeah, so there you go.
Like, dude, what are you talking about, man?
Right?
like, that everyone's not going to wrestle. We all know that everyone's not going to wrestle. That doesn't mean it's not going to be great. It just means that, like, don't circle your calendar that Lucas Bird is going to wrestle Drake Ayala, or you can't, can't expect that any of them are going to happen. You can hope that they're going to happen.
It's funny because
I mean, Saturday is 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Like 4 mats.
That's crazy.
Like, so multiply, so that's 12 hours. So you're looking at 48 hours of wrestling. I mean, I know there's a little bit of
I can't watch duels like that, man.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Like I'll have to like, yeah, it'll be tough.
That's gonna
but
be hard.
yeah,
It's gonna be so like I mean, I went to a Illinois, CMU, North Carolina try with my dad a couple years ago down in Champaign. So it was like
Yeah.
CMU wrestled North Carolina, then North Carolina wrestled Illinois, and then Illinois wrestled CMU or whatever though. And like that was about limit.
Maybe they should do it like college football bowls used to be.
Yeah.
Just have like 8 premier duels and you just get invited, you know.
Yeah, I mean so think about this, like Flo started doing like Flow Night in America, right?
Mhm.
And they were
Yeah,
like,
wait, did they stopped doing that though, didn't they?
I don't know if they have or haven't, but I haven't really seen like the Flow Night in America line. But this could be like a Flow Night in America like event.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Where like just over the season you have this
Yeah.
dual tournament going on.
That would, that's a great idea.
And then you wrap it up.
That's a great idea.
You wrap it up right at the end of the new year, right before conference starts.
Yeah.
So instead of doing this, like, dude, I love wrestling. I cannot watch 4 matches from 9 in the morning.
That's a genius idea.
You know, but
if they
just did this, they tied this into Flow Night in America, and then like, right, and then just spread it out. But you still have the bracket. I mean, it give them weeks of material to talk about. Like, feel like that would be awesome,
man.
Take the first. This is your big first semester event, right?
That's like drop the mic. You just nailed it right there.
You guys just hit it, man. That's incredible. I want to steal that one almost. Like that's a good one.
It only took an hour and 50
that's a great
minutes
idea
for us to say something intelligent. That's not bad. Most nights it's 2 or 3 hours. So,
oh man.
But that would be super cool.
That's awesome,
right? I mean, I think
that's a great idea, and then
fun.
People don't have to complain about I'm going to get burned out and all that. And that was the funny thing is like I know, when the tournament first came out and Penn State fans realized that Penn State wasn't going, their natural reaction was to tell everybody how crappy the tournament was going to be,
Mm-hmm.
And I got on and I was like, listen, you guys, we all know you're the best team. You don't have to let us know that you would kill everyone.
Right.
And if you're not going, that's fine, but don't downplay it. Like it still can be a good event,
Yeah. 100%. I mean, it's better with Penn State not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's a lot more interesting. I mean, it's a lot more unpredictable in terms of outcome. So I mean, I'm glad they're not participating.
Yeah,
selfishly,
I don't blame them for not going, and I'm not angry that they're not going. And I don't, it doesn't mean anything to me. It really doesn't. It's I'm not going to argue against what they do. What they do works. It is what it is.
I mean, it's good that they stayed away.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, at least I kind of feel that way.
Yeah, they steamroll everybody. So
mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway, cool. Kevin, you didn't put anything in the best of social.
Oh,
next time
you'll
be a more prepared guest.
Yeah.
Come on, you got to review that deck, man.
We
can't hold your hand,
part.
Man.
but if you got a tweet you need to put on blast, that's exactly where it goes.
That's where it goes.
Oh, it says Kevin Post. Okay,
yeah.
I thought we were talking about one of my posts. Okay, now I get it.
Yeah,
guys, I really appreciate you having me on. Though it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
seriously.
Yeah, no, for sure. We ran a little long, so thanks for everybody who stuck around, and hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Special extra thank you to Kevin. You've been an awesome guest, and
yes, thanks for having me.
I love to learn, and and so you've taught me things. So that's
awesome.
That's super fun. But yeah, if you don't have anything else, Roy, you want to take us out?
Sure. Always remember, toe the line in everything you do.
QuadR out.